All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, and also to their elders, the men that taught them. I pray the Lord have peace, blessings, and mercy upon the households of the hopeful elect. This is the brother Shema One from the Great Millstone Houston Church. And I want to come with a lesson titled, The Lord Draws Out Your Faith, or our faith, in many ways, especially through pain, hurt, and suffering. And I just want to get a few precepts, get straight to the point, and I pray this lesson be edifying to the Lord's elect. So again, the title of this lesson, The Lord Draws Out Our Faith in Many Ways, especially through pain, hurt, and suffering. And just meditating, thinking about how, due to us having this truth, no matter what we go through, we'll always remain faithful unto the Lord. Ultimately, if we are those that have been called from the foundation of the earth, the ones that have been predestinated to make it through this course of life, this passing through. Because right now, this is temporary. This is our temporary home, so to speak, here in this flesh. Going through this experience, all right, which is the will of the Lord, the will of the Heavenly Father. All his judgments are righteous, all right? So whatever takes place, a remnant, which is known as the elect of the nation of Israel, is going to remain faithful. Is going to remain, with the mind towards the Lord, no matter what it is. All right. and that lets us know that we are a disciple of Yahweh Shai, because he did it. All right. Let me read this real quick. This is John chapter 8 and verse 31 and 32. John 8 and 31. Then said Yahweh Shai to those Jews which believe on him, if ye continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So if we're able to continue in the words, also, keeping the testimony, as it says in Revelations 3 and 10, because we kept the patience of his words, going into the testimony of Yahweh Shai, all right? Those ways of teaching, that way, that will lead us to victory if they're applied. Then it will be known that we're his disciples indeed, man. Okay? And it's not just based off of the words that we speak. It's also based off of our deeds, our actions, our conduct. Because that's what Yahweh Shai was known for also. He was mighty in speech and in deeds and his works. Matter of fact, this is Luke chapter 24 and verse. I'm gonna start at verse 15, but the point is in verse 19. Speaking on the behalf of Yahweh Shai. All right. The characteristics attached to him, to his name. Luke 24 and 15. And it came to pass that while they communed together and reasoned, Yahweh Shai himself drew near and went with them. And this is going into after Yahweh Shai, was crucified. After Yahweh Shai's his death. All right. Let me start up at verse 13. It says, and behold, Luke 24 and 13, and behold, two of them went that same day to a village called Emmaus, which was from Jerusalem about 80 furlongs. And they talked together of all the things which had happened. going into what just took place with Yahushua. And it came to pass that while they communed together and reasoned, Yahushua himself drew near and went with them. But their eyes were holden that they should not know him. So the Yahushua basically didn't allow them to realize that was him who appeared. Okay. Verse 17, it says, and he said unto them, what manner of communications are these that ye have one to another as ye walk and are sad? Verse 18, and one of them whose name was Cleopas, answering said unto him, art thou only a stranger in Jerusalem, and has not known the things which are come to pass there in these days? And he said unto them, what things? And they said unto him, concerning Yahushua of Nazareth, which was a prophet, mighty in deed and word before the Most High in all people. And that was the point. Yahushua's reputation, Yahushua's name, what's attached to him, was a prophet that was mighty in deed and word before the Most High and all people. And that's how it is for those that are going to be disciples of Yahushua. Okay. Again, going back to John 8 and 31 and 32. Then said Yahushua to those Jews which believed on him, if ye continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed. Verse 32, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. And that's, and that's what we're a part of. Okay, being able to be one of those that follow Yahushua. All right. But going back to the topic, I just wanted to get that because that's the example that's given unto us. It's possible. All right. Yahushua did it. He endured. He got the victory. And if we're his disciples, we're going to be able to do the same thing because Yahushua has allowed us to receive the truth. Okay. And with the truth, there's victory. There's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, is all that we need to gain victory, man. We got to apply it and endure in it. But going to Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 22 in verse 19, it says, he that pricketh the eye will make tears to fall, and he that pricketh the heart maketh it to show her knowledge. So basically the point, let me go to the NLT or the GNT. Let's see if it'll say it in a easier way to understand if it wasn't already. Ecclesiasticus chapter 22 and 19, it says, If you stick someone in your eye, tears will flow. And if you hurt a person deeply, you will discover his true feelings. Okay, so going into whenever you, in mind you, the sense of this lesson is to, basically just have the mindset that even through pain and hurt or certain sufferings, that's a way that the Lord is going to make it known who his faithful are. Okay? Because how it says, and if you hurt a person deeply, you will discover his true feelings. So if the Lord puts us through the pains and the sufferings and being hurt, it should discover our true feelings towards Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's the angle that I'm trying to, link it to. Let's look up that word, feelings, real quick, just on Google. Feelings or feeling, it says an emotional state or reaction. The second point, it says a belief. Okay, a belief. That's the point. Then it says especially a vague or irrational one. So whenever we do go through certain pains and sufferings, It will let us know, deep down who we truly are and what we truly stand on. And a lot of people can only tolerate so much, because then it will bring out their true nature. It'll sift somebody away from the Lord if they're truly not rooted in Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Being offended. Matter of fact, let's get this real quick. Let me go to Matthew 13. Let me pull it up. This is Matthew chapter 13, and I'll start at verse 20. Matthew 13 and 20. It says, "But he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and with joy receiveth it." You hear the word, and quickly, it has a spark to you. All right. With anon, that means immediately. All right. So it says, verse 31, here's the point. Verse 21, here's the point. It says, "Yet he hath not root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by is he offended." And that word offended goes into scandalizo. In the blue letter, it'll be it'll be G, 46:24. And this is the point I want to make. Number 2 on the outline of biblical usage, it says, "For offended, to cause a person to begin to distrust and desert one whom he ought to trust and obey, to cause to fall away." So that was the point I wanted to make. Going back to Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 22 and 19 in the GNT, it says, "If you stick someone in your eye, tears will flow. And if you hurt a person deeply, you will discover his true feelings." So being hurt deeply, going through certain pains, sufferings, all right, it'll discover your true feelings. And one of them words for feelings was a belief. All right. So it could sift someone out. And understanding the Lord who we serve, let's get this. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and 7. It could all be applied through the Spirit, man, on the relationship with the Lord towards us. With our relationship towards Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and 7. It says, "If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him." So in a like sense, that's how the Lord will deal with us. Okay? And thinking about it in Matthew, the 13th chapter, 20th verse, how it says someone who, heard the word and received it with anon, hearing the good part, the part that makes you feel good, But what about the parts that take suffering and pain and hurt and patience? That could be one of them tools that the Lord uses to see really what we're made of. Back in Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and 8, it says, "For some man is a friend for his own occasion, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble." So whenever things are going our way, so to speak, whenever things are just, going great and going well with us, that could be one of the reasons, why, people have that quote unquote, that relationship, and so to speak, with the Lord. I'm blessed and highly favored type of spirit because things go well. Real quick, let me get one more. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 8. It says, "A friend cannot be known in prosperity." That's the point. A friend cannot be known in prosperity. Whenever things are just working out well all the time. You haven't been put through any type of test to see if it's real or not. And that's what the Lord does with us. To finish it off, it says, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity. All right. If you're going through it, if things aren't going great and well, you will see that man depart. You will see the enemy's true nature. You know, who you thought was a friend, it will come out to see really what he's made of. All right. And that makes me think about Job. Real quick, let's go there real quick. Job experienced that. And even that was acknowledged by the spiritual demon Satan. You know? Hold on, let me go to it. Let me find where this is, man. Job chapter 1. Job chapter 1, and I'm gonna start at verse 6. Job 1 and 6. It says, now there was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Verse 8, and the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth the Most High and escheweth evil. Verse 9, then Satan answered the Lord and said, doth Job fear the Most High for naught? Here's the point. Verse 10, has not thou made an hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he hath on every side? Are things just going great for him and well? You know, everything is working out. So it says, thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. So just likening unto whenever things are going good. It's easy to serve the Lord when it's going great. It's easy to serve the Lord whenever we're not going through sufferings and pains and losses. Verse 11, it says, but put forth thine hand now and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. Because that's what's going to be. That's a sifting. Okay, that could be like a way of sifting whenever the Lord takes certain things away from us. Whenever the Lord puts us in certain situations. That's like the trial. Okay, to see what we're made of. To see what use, that we'll have for the kingdom to come. All right. So saying take all that shit away from him, and he will curse you to your face. Because it's easy for him to love you and fear you and give you all the reverence because everything is going his way, so to speak. And this is an example for us. Verse 12, it says, and the Lord said unto Satan, behold, all that he hath is in thy power, only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord, showing you who is in control. The Most High, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Satan doesn't come up against and, combat against the Lord or have a rebellious way against the Lord. Satan is one of the Lord's messengers. Okay? Satan is beneath Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. But just making that point, how whenever things don't go so well, that's like the test. Are we going to curse the Lord to his face like, Satan was trying to push Job to do? Or are we going to maintain an integrity like Job? As it reads in Job 13 and 15, though he slay me, yet will I trust in him, but I will maintain mine own ways before him. That type of spirit. He also shall be my salvation, for an hypocrite shall not come before him. That's the difference, man. Going through this shit, going through the losses, the sufferings, the pain. Hey, all of that comes from the Lord. We know that that's the Lord doing it unto us for a reason. All right. Let me go back to Sirach 22:19 in the GNT. If you stick someone in your eye, tears will flow. And if you hurt a person deeply, you will discover his true feelings. Job was hurt deeply, and his true feelings was discovered that he still maintained his integrity, his trust in the Lord. He stayed faithful. Yahweh Shai went through it too. Great men we read about: Abraham, Jacob, Joseph, King David, the apostles. That's why Peter even had that question to the Lord. If we lose all, if we give up everything, what are we going to get? Hey, we're going to get a reward for enduring because we have the truth. As we started off, the truth has set us free. We know what it is. We understand that there's no such thing as a true loss we don't lose nothing. It might be absent for a while, but the scriptures say the Lord will give us our heart's desire. That's the different type of faith that the Lord put in a remnant from the foundation of the earth, where we won't get offended. We won't, scoot away from the true power who we are to serve and obey. Let me read this and I'll probably just end it. I'll end it with that. Matthew 19. Matthew 19 and straight to the point. I'm going to start at verse 26. But Yahushua, Matthew 19 and 26. But Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with the Most High all things are possible. Then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? And Yahushua said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory in the kingdom, man, whenever Yahushua receives that glory, ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life. And those things that the Lord mentioned that have to be forsaken are painful. It could be pain in a type of suffering and hurt to lose those things. But that's what a sacrifice is for the Lord's sake. So we really don't lose shit, man. We're gaining everything. All right. We don't have shit to lose. We got everything to gain in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. So the Lord draws out our faith in many ways, especially through pain, hurt, and suffering, because we're going to cleave unto the Lord no matter what. And our faith is just going to continue to be, just amplified, man, because we have nowhere else to go. If we hurt and we suffer pain and we suffer so much, where are we going to go? There's nowhere else to go. The Lord already gave it to us, man. And we just got to remain faithful unto, what he gave unto us. We got to remain faithful with that treasure that we have. We received this truth in these earthen vessels. So that's it. I pray this was edifying to the Lord's elect. To the next time I say shalom.